Oh yeah, springy back. Not to be defeated by this luggage rack. I've started to make my own backrest sissy bar thing. I took the... Let me turn you around. Right, so this thing, I bashed hell out of it to put a bit of a curve and a bit of a bend back in this grab rail bit you can't use as a grab rail. And then I took it down to Lynn, my upholsterer, and I was going to get her to put just a cushioned vinyl thing on this bit of tube matching the new seat she did for me. And then when I got there, she said, well, why don't you just switch off your television set and go and do something less boring instead? Why don't you take some of this stuff, cut yourself a nice shape in it, chuck 2 bolts through it, I'll put the padding on, drill some holes in this and then bolt it on the back, and then you've got a proper seat pad. So I thought, yeah, that's sort of okay, but there's not enough room here to put a seat pad on the front. So, not to be defeated, last night I grabbed some 3mm mild steel plate from work, some scrap, and as you can see I've been chopping things up, and this is what I've come up with so far. Cut this shape out, I've heated it up and bent it, and then I cut a piece out for the bottom there, and I'd love to say that I welded that up myself, but I didn't. Graham did it at work with a TIG, so he's ground off the bottom. I've told him to leave that weld, it's too pretty to touch. So my basic idea is camera angles. That will go in there. I've got to shape it and straighten it up. I'm going to have 1 or 2 bolt holes on each side there. Put a fixing, a little nut and bolt through here, each side, to fix it on with. This is quite strong, very strong. And then this shape, I need to level it all off. I've got to get it on a spirit level and make sure the top, and yeah, it's a bit wonky donkey at the moment, but then again the whole rack is just all over the place. It's miles out from the welds on this side and the welds on that side, like 4mm difference. It's just atrocious, to be honest. I should have just sent it straight back, but I figured I'd work with it. So anyway, once I've got the shape I want here, then I'm going to cut that shape into here, drill some holes, put some bolts through, glue them onto here, drill the appropriate holes through here to receive those bolts. Then I can take just this piece to Lynn. She can put a nice pad on it, vinyl, I've already said this, and then I have a pad that will go on there, which will stick out once I've had Tracy sat on the bike again and we work out how thick a pad we want. It will be a proper little backrest, sorry, shaky cam. And then I need to decide, once I've got all this fabricated up, I need to decide whether I'm just going to paint this myself. I've got all sorts of different paints I can do that with. Prepare it and paint it. Or take it down and get powder coated. What do I do with the rack? Because I've already demolished the rack and I've had to file on it a bit So this bit definitely is going to need some form of paint because it will go rusty. Unfortunately it's chrome, which is a bit of a git to blast and powder coat, because what it will do, the blasting will take off some of the chrome and leave some chrome behind, and you get all the crusty crinkly edges, unless it's just complete rubbish chrome and it all falls off, and then it can be just powder coated. And then do I do it black? Do I do it silver? Do I do that black or silver contrast? Not sure. Let's get it fabricated first. So as usual, I'm not going to film me doing it. I'm just going to shape this a bit more, drill some holes in it, find some fixing, drill some holes in that, put some fixings in it, stick it back on the bike, see how it looks, go from there. Righty, I've had a bit of a grind up, bit of a reshape. Let's get it set up on the bench, see if it looks sort of right, and then start working out some holes to drill. Right, got it sort of clamped up for now. What I want to do is try and drill a couple of small pilot holes here and here. I can't believe the only M6 size fasteners I've got are these non-stainless steel ones. I've got all the 8s you can eat. I've got loads of hex nuts, M6s, but these are like a Torx head one, but they're going to corrode. They're already corroding, so hey ho. I better check the thread, see if I've got the right nuts for these. Right, so I'm going to attempt to drill some pilot holes. Dodgy cam. I can't see my centre punch hole. I've got a mask on, a visor. Alrighty. Right, so I've got some little pilot holes in there and pilot holes underneath all that mess. Clean it up, and then I'm gonna drill them out. I might use my step drill. Drill them out just so that they accept this, he says. Let's see how good that is. I won't film that. That first one, second one was just a fraction too small, so I've got a set of cobalt bits. So I've just run this one through. This is where I'm beginning to wonder. And originally I was going to put 2 holes in. I'm not sure if that's going to be strong enough. I might end up putting a backing plate underneath it to sort of sneak down on it, or put 2 in. We'll see. Right, holes drilled in this. A little while back I bought a set of metal files. I own loads of metal files, but they're all tiny ones for guitar work, so I bought some decent. Never really owned any proper metal files. So yeah, I've just deburred the holes. I have owned metal files before, but not any good ones, so handy. Right, I'm gonna fit that to the bike, fit that to that with fixings, and see if it needs more holes drilling, more fixings. Right, I've just bolted this on without all the grommets and things like that. Just secured it on there. Bolted this. I did find some cap heads, but I need some new stainless steel ones. Bolted that to the machine. It's up at a funny angle at the moment because it's on the centre stand. So when it's sat on the ground, that will be more perpendicular. Anyway, Tracy's just been out, sat on it. It's fine with that, and we've worked out that once I've tripped over the thing I built, once we've put that on, obviously not that, a piece of that, and then I don't know, maybe in an inch and a half of padding, soft foam, it'll be just right, just perfect. So good. And I've decided for now I'm just going to spray the top of this in with silver, and I'm going to take all this back, and I'm actually going to just spray this piece of silver as well, and then the black, Lynn's still got the same loads of this matching vinyl. She might even do me a bit of a plain textured mix, something posh. So yeah, looks a bit odd at the moment, the light's a bit strange, but I think when it's all done, painted, pad on there, I don't think it's going to look too crazy. Anyway, that's what's going on it. So it's tough. I don't care how it looks, as long as it's safe for Tracy when she's on there. She feels comfortable with it. That's what it's all about, this thing. This one's trying to get this thing level is great fun. I think the bike's tilted that way. When I put it on properly, I have to sort of manipulate the rack and then bolt it on to get it level. Right, belt and braces, you know me. I'm going to put another pair of fixings in here. I'm going to try and do it. If I come in from the bottom, I know I'm going to be in the centre of this rail, and there should be enough. Anyway, I'm going to drill some more holes for some more fixings. Righto, there you go. Yeah, happier with 4 fixings in there. I'm going to order myself some more M6 cap head bolts in various lengths, and some M6 nylock nuts, because I've seemed to get really low on plenty of 8s and 10s, but 6s, that's about it. But then again, I'm alright for stainless washers. I've got absolutely loads of them. Anyway, so that's that. Flip it over, see how it looks from the other side. There we go. When this is all painted, and those are stainless with some nice stainless washers both sides, and the nylocks on the bottom, I think that'll be quite acceptable. So I think I'm going to leave it here for this one. I'm doing this after work in the evenings, so I'm going to be needing to paint this, make my wooden template, put the bolts through, drill it. What I'll probably do is make the wooden template first, clamp it to this. Hang on. Try again. Right. Make wooden template, clamp it to this, and then drill through my 2 holes through the wood and the steel at the same time. Then my holes are in the right place. then some fasteners going through with some big ones of them penny washers, repair washers, stainless, epoxy glued on. I'll probably use some fasteners that are a bit more flat headed. I'll see what I've got, something a little bit more that isn't going to intrude. Whatever, something like that. Okay. Right, just cut a bit of that wood out. I'm just shaping it to the, as near as I can to the shape of this. Once it's got padding and vinyl on it, it'll be fine. I'm just going to work on that a bit more, and I need to drill a couple of holes through it, put some bolts through, work out what bolts I'm going to use, and then I can take this piece to Lynn and she can upholster it. And I'll work out why I'm not using my tripod that I own. Yeah, I reckon 1.5 inches of foam on that will do the trick. Why did I just put that away? Great camera work, Sprungy. Well done, mate. Where are we? So, about 1.5 inches of foam. We'll bring it out past the bottom, or an inch, no, inch and a half, and then it will be compressible. Great. Right, can't remember where I left off, but cut the wood out, drilled some holes through. Just for now, I've just put some exhaust cap nuts or whatever you call on them. I'll dig out some decent, or get some new nylocks and washers. So now, really, rack's ready for paint, which will be some other time, not tonight. And then I can take this off, put some nuts on the back, just to keep those held in. Actually, it wants gluing in. They want epoxy in. Then I can take it to Lynn. She can be doing the upholsterizing while I do the painterlizing. That's it for now. Yeah, paint, upholstery. So when I get it painted and upholstered, I'll put it together, clean it all up. I need to clean this garage up, but that's going to happen tomorrow night, I think, because that tiny little bit of woodwork has put sawdust everywhere. I'm glad I'm not a woodworker all the time, because I can't stand sawdust. It's well, not the sawdust. I can't bear having to clean it up all the time. Right, I'm Springy. Peace and love. Thanks for watching. See you soon with maybe the rest of this or something else. See you later.